All right, we are heading now to our fourth shrine on the Great Plateau and see what we get for our final upgrade. So we'll see what is in that final shrine there in front of us. Yep, just look like we have some bad guys up there just ahead of us. Make sure there's no blue guys. We don't need another one-hit KO on us. Nope, doesn't look like it. Good, we'll get one of our meats back since we had to use one. And here we are. We made it to the fourth shrine on the Great Plateau. And we'll see what our next ability is. Cryonis. So, all right, let's activate that. Okay, and make pillars of ice. And looks like there is going to be one more ability. There it goes, and then we can climb on that. Perfect. Okay, so you can use ice to open doors too. Uncool, uncool. Okay, we can. Yep, and then we can use it to make bridges. But there's another chest over here. What's inside this one? Traveler's Spear. Okay, nothing else on this spot. Okay, and that's the end. Alright, and that's our fourth orb. And he's floating over to us again. Okay, are you going to give us the paraglider now?
Work versus fought. Know the difference.
It's finally time. It's finally time for me to tell you everything, but first...
Something you have to do, not something you get to do. Law.
Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Alright, and then he teleported away. Yep, okay, so yeah, so he's going to meet us back at the Temple of Time. But now, with our ability, we can... Okay, so we got an opal. Alright, and then we can travel back that way. That'll get us close to the Temple of Time. So we got a spot over there that we can bomb that wall. there. And there's a chest in there with another opal. Okay, this is glowing now. So you can offer us great power. Okay, so now that we have 4 orbs, we can get a heart container or a stamina vessel. And as of right now, I like stamina early game. Hearts are nice too, but I like for traveling purposes and climbing is good to have stamina. Okay, and the guy's up there. So now we have to figure out how to get on top of the roof. Oh, there we go. And we'll just climb up this ladder. And there he is.
Well done there, young one. Now, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King of Rome, Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
right, so we just got the events of the calamity 100 years ago. Found out that's how long we've been sleeping. And now we get to protect. We have to save Hyrule from Calamity Ganon. And now he's going to give us the paraglider he promised us. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding the area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Okay, so now we got ourselves a soldier's bow. Alright, and now we have to figure out places to go. So let's see, this was one that was high up. So let's travel there first and have ourselves a look around and see. Because before we go out too far, we should check around and try to get some, beat some more shrines and continue. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Wow, even I think that sounds awful. These last 3 weeks have really reminded me why I wanted to ship those dishes. Science experiments. That's great.
No, don't. Yeah, I don't see anything nearby. Okay, so yeah, I don't really see anything. this way. Let's go on this way. Oh, used our stamina. There we go. Not that way. And that's why we like more stamina. Hyrule Kingdom. Alright, so we want to stay away from them. There's a blue guy down there.
Can't say we didn't try. Anytime you want. Right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, get rid of him. Just stop trying to shoot us with arrows. A rusty halberd. A boomerang sword. Rusty Claymore. That's stronger than what we have, too.
Nice to see you too.
Well, a Zora Spear. We'll take that instead of what we're carrying. We're not too far from that tower. Yeah, bombarded by a lot of enemies here. Iron Shroom. Alright, so yeah, we're definitely gonna have to be careful heading up there. There's some strong enemies.
There is no one prouder who was peaceful and promise me that I never have to go on another date with anyone ever again. Lydia. Okay, alright. Hold it, don't move. 1 second. Did I not tell you that rigatoni alla rosa would be the best signature dish?
Oh, okay, yep, definitely have to watch out for those guys.
We only have a few hours left. Let's get to it. I was hoping things would end this way, and so was Rosa. Well, she left this letter
Okay, so we'll have to try that again, it looks like. Took us all the way back to the middle of the bridge.
Too loud because I'm a good recipe. And the right ingredients and ingredients to produce the most delicious dessert. In time, I knew he would discover the talent of cooking for years before, and will make a lifetime dessert history. Dessert with the persistence of tradition.
Okay, so we got another boomerang sword. Okay, I don't want that one. Want that one. Alright, so we'll have to try this again. But I think we're gonna want... I think we're gonna try to creep around the side here. Ooh, good. I think we found our path. Awesome. I hear them, but as long as they don't see me, we're good. And we're almost to the top. And there we go. Okay, now we have now we have the Sheikah sensor to sense nearby shrines. So that's good. So now we know if we're passing by one that we don't see. Well, we can see one over here. All right, well, that's one we can see. Okay, we got something over here too. A stable. The Highland stable. So of course there's all kinds of animals around. And looky here, it's Beetle. Let's see what he's got. Arrows and some other stuff, but we've got no money. All right, so we made it to our stable. We're right by the next shrine, so we will go ahead and give ourselves a save right here, and that does it for me today. I do have to go and get ready for work soon, so we will continue this another time. But it was fun to finally get it started. Hope you guys had a good time too. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.